New at 6, flowers are blooming, trees are blossoming. Both are sure signs summer is right around the corner, but something else is coming. Soon you will hear the deafening buzz of the cicadas. And as Chris Logue explains, they will be louder this year than in years past.
It's one of the sounds of summer.
It's amazing that an insect that's maybe an inch and a half in size can make that kind of a racket.
Entomologist Chris Logue from the Cornell Cooperative Extension says that there's a cicada boom every 17 years. Why so infrequently? Survival of the fittest.
The idea is that the animals that would prey on the cicada will get full, and then some of them will survive.
For 17 years, these insects fed off the nutrients in tree roots, particularly of fruit trees.
I believe it is actually one of the longest life cycles of any insect.
Cicadas aren't as damaging to fruit trees as hail or cold, but they can cause problems.
The damage that they do is done by the females, who will come in and they'll lay their eggs on the tops of these branches. And what it does is weaken the branch.
Goulds Orchard president Ed Miller remembers the last boom. His farm was largely spared.
Right now they're in the soil, and they will not emerge until the soil gets to be 64 to 65 degrees, and then they will emerge. They dropped off 17 years ago, burrowed into the ground, and they've been feeding on roots down there.
Greg, the soil will reach that temperature range sometime around or just before Memorial Day, and the noise that they make is roughly 95 decibels. That's as loud as a jackhammer 50 feet away.
Once every 17 years, you can live with it. Do we know where they're going to be concentrated? Is there a cicada central in the capital region?
At this point, I think most of them are going to be south of Albany, down towards Hudson and Kingston. There are so many of them, by the way. There are going to be 600 insects for every one human. So that's quite the ratio.
I guess that is quite the jackhammer. All right. Thank you very much.